try this Factor food. Well, that tasted okay. Give that like a 3 out of 5. Definitely don't order this. So, creamy tomato pork tenderloin. I'm trying Factor for quite a few days now, and usually I just get their first week because after that I kind of like increase the price, and with that like discount they have, it's almost like $6 a meal. So I usually try to get that whenever they give it to me. I realize like when you cancel it, they'll send you another mail to like get another try, and they'll give you like another discount. So if you ever use Factor, just apply, get the first week, and then cancel it, and they'll probably send you another discount. So but overall, this meal's alright. They have other good stuff, but we'll see. Been trying it. Let you know how it goes later. But yeah, anyways, if you guys don't know, my name is Joseph Poon, and maybe I should shift this around. But yeah, I'm trying something different right now. The main goal of like why I really wanted to do this was because I really wanted to film myself doing things. Also because I get too nervous looking at myself in the camera and speaking a lot, so it's just a way for me to talk and get used to speaking. I need to try to look at the camera more, but I guess I should tell you how my day's been going. The week's been good. Week was actually kind of tiring. I was doing a lot of work, and but it was alright. It was chill. Hope you guys' week was doing okay. I don't know how you guys are doing, but yeah, I don't know whoever's seeing this, but I hope your week was good, whoever's seeing this. Anyways, main reason why I really wanted to do this was because I wanted to be able to just share about my week and share about what I want to do. I do get pretty nervous with the camera, and so I really wanted to also just share my mind about what's been on my mind this week. So the thing that's been on my mind this week was, is social media unhealthy? And the reason why I wanted to start with that was because, part of the reason why I'm doing this in the first place is to get used to posting myself online and being comfortable with myself. And I feel like social media really helps with that in some, well, not helps, but I think I should talk about it. First of all, I'm not really a social media person, as you can tell. But one thing I've noticed from my friends who do social media a lot is that they tend to be more comfortable in some ways with who they are, while in other ways they do tend to be a little bit self-conscious of what they post. But yeah, I feel like there is a certain I believe there is a certain amount of healthiness to social media, and I think that stems from a lot of just being comfortable with who you are, and I think social media is healthy when you're doing it for the right reasons. I feel like a lot of things these days, when you think about social media, the trend or the stigma is usually to be like, oh, social media is unhealthy, it's bad for you, it makes you think too much about yourself, or it makes you become, you tend to care too much about what people think. And so I feel like a lot of people think it's like cool even to like stay away from like social media. But like one thing, I think as I think about it more, I started to realize, maybe social media is a good thing, and that I do think there is a sort of thing where when you post, at least even when I'm doing this right now, when I'm doing social media, I start to realize that it really starts to make me realize just how self-conscious I am of filming myself. And I realize that that's probably what a lot of people think when they do social media. And so I can see why people would think social media is unhealthy. But why I think social media could be healthy is because I do think social media helps with um, just making yourself more confident with who you are. And the reason why I think that way is because when you're doing social media, right, there is some aspect of having to put yourself out there. And I think when you put yourself out there, that does help with um, making yourself more comfortable with what you're doing and who you are. Like, you have to have some sort of comfortableness to post about those things, you know? Like, even right now when I'm thinking about what to say and post, like, I'm probably gonna be like, man, I'm so stupid, why am I posting? But I realize, yeah, like, even when you're posting, like, there is some sense of like acceptance of who you are. And so I feel like social media really helps with accepting who you are in some sense. But I do think when you do social media too much, you probably will be very egotistical, because now you're more like, I am the best that I am and I don't need to change, maybe. But yeah. So that's one thing I think why social media is really healthy. I think another reason why social media could be healthy is, social media I think helps with connecting with others, definitely. I feel like, like, I know one friend that's always posting weird things and stuff like that, but he has this like amazing way of using social media to talk to people, and I feel like a lot of people talk to him too. And so I really realized, like, he probably is able to stay connected with a lot of different people through social media. And I still feel like that's something a lot of people tend to take for granted, especially nowadays, because like back then when social media didn't exist, like, it was hard to like reach out to people and connect. So I feel like definitely social media really helps with connecting with people and keeping in touch and staying connected, right? Now, of course, like, the downside could be that, oh, I don't really get to see people face to face. But then I just think that requires a bit more effort or whatever. But yeah, I think the fact that there are so many people out there who probably went through a lot of loneliness but now don't have to as much because of social media, and being able to find friends and people that have similar interests, I really think that helps. Like, I feel like a lot of people tend to come together for, like, whether it be things like Star Wars or things like anime or things like even instruments or ideas and topics. I think that's an amazing thing. The other reason why I think social media can be healthy is because it helps to keep in touch with things, like to know what's going on, like, especially recently with like the Ukraine war and Israel war. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like with how widespread social media is, you have so much content and ability to be able to see what's exactly going on over there and not just be dependent on all the big news networks, and all their biases. And it's so easy to like not be sure whether it's real or not. But I feel like now it's forcing bigger news networks to be more careful about what they say, because they realize, like, through social media, someone else can catch it and be like, yo, that's not what's happening. So I do think social media helps with keeping in touch. But of course, the downside is that there's probably a lot of false information out there. But, I think it just requires us to be more factual with things. But I do believe at the same time that if there's something that's false, I do think there will be enough social media around to sort of disprove that, to see whether it's right or wrong, right? Because I feel like if false information was that rampant, we would start seeing pitfalls right now where we'd be like, oh yeah, like, this is believable, this is not believable. So I do feel like, while social media does allow for more knowledge of things, it does require us to be more aware, and like, we do have to be able to be aware of like what's fake and what's real. And I think that requires some skills, some learning to know how that works. But yeah, those are just like my thoughts about like social media on the top of my head. And part of the reason why I wanted to do this. So, I want to be able to talk about different things more clearly, and I feel like posting about it and talking about it with you guys in this camera and whoever is watching, and with my friends when I invite them, will help me to be more learned with things, and like I said, I want to be more confident with myself. I'm wearing a hat even, but yeah, I feel like when I'm doing these videos and vlog discussions, I just really hope I can be more confident with talking and stuff like that. So yeah, and then the other thing that I really want to do with social media and posting, but yeah, anyways, I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, main reason why I really wanted to post and start doing things and vlogging was because I really wanted to get these things. Yeah. Anyways, hopefully that wasn't too boring, and hopefully, I know it's probably a little short, but yeah, those are the ideas that I really wanted to get out. Thanks for watching. I'm probably gonna try to make one again next week, and try to continue talking about different things. But yeah, I really want to encourage you guys to also do social media. And if you aren't doing it right now and you're just mostly consuming it, because I feel like consuming social media and not doing it can also be harmful in some ways, maybe. Okay, maybe not. But anyways, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that thought. Anyways, yeah, I really hope you guys can. Sorry if this is a little long and boring, and a lot of pauses, but and I'm just working on it, trying to be better with my vlogging, videoing. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, the three things with social media. One, I think it's a great way to help build confidence and acceptance of who you are, which is what I'm trying to do with this. I think it helps with, what was the second thing? Oh, it helps with connecting, which I feel like many people take for granted. And it helps with being able to learn new things and being able to, gather more information than ever before. But yeah, anyways, hope you have a great week. And yeah, this is my little vlog. Gonna keep working on it, but we'll see how it goes. Sorry if it's really crappy, but trying to learn. So yeah, anyways, there we go.